So this is a deck that's only pool 1 and pool 2 cards, which means all the cards you get at the very start of Marvel Snap. So you're someone that's poking into the game, this deck could be a good choice for you to look at. Lead on Agent 13 here, see what we get with her. She gives us a random card when she pops up. Warpath like, kind of playable. Clintar is not a place we want to play most things. Our deck will probably end up playing into most paths, so Warpath's bonus of having empty location is not likely something we're going to get. We drew a Brood off of their deck. A little sad that we cabled before they Koya there. So can't play 1, 2, or 3 cost things into here, but that's not too big of a deal because we've got some bigger 4s and stuff. So we'll play Sentinel, who creates us another copy of itself in our hand. Our deck is kind of built around being able to leverage Devil Dinosaur well. It gets +2 power for each card in our hand. So you'll note that every single card that we've played out so far has kind of put more cards back into our hand to that effect. They played Angela mid. I think I'm gonna Devil Dinosaur here. I have a Green Goblin? Killmonger, sure. Oh, the locations we're gonna swap here, which is why they Angela it, right? I should have known that. This might be a game where we actually get the Warpath bonus, huh? I'm gonna White Queen to the left here, and then I guess I can Electra here in the middle for free, because this is gonna draw me a card out of their hand, and then I'm gonna draw a card for the turn, so Electra's basically just like a free run out. We drew the opponent's copy of Magic. So, Magic creates Limbo, which gives us a 7th turn, but I think I'm in a position to win this turn, right? I think we just like Warpath mid and then play Sentinel. Oh, I guess if I play Sentinel, Warpath loses power, so maybe that's not ideal. Oh, right. This wasn't out of their deck. This was out of their hand. So you're right. They're probably going to play Magic this turn, huh? I was thinking this was out of their deck, but you're right. That was out of their hand. Huh? Maybe I'm supposed to play into here then. They're totally gonna Magic Clintar or Crimson Cosmos, right? Yeah, and now I can slide Nightcrawler left, and we could go Moon Girl plus Sentinel, or Moon Girl plus Brood middle even. This will be 14, 18, 19 in the middle. Oh, I don't want to fill middle because of Mojo. I can do this though. Yeah, I like this. And they have a 5-mana card here. Alright, so Shang-Chi gets our Devil Dinosaur, but we win. Cosmos and Limbo easy peasy here. See, chat, we don't need them fancy pool 3 cards. This deck's fine. Maybe even good. Yes! It's almost like Magic is a fair card when it's not a surprise. It's exactly correct. We might get a new card this afternoon. We might not. Who knows? Buy some more missions here. Yes, the level up animation was changed for better and worse. Card here and a copy to another location. Sure.
This land is always changing.
All right. Well, definitely playing against a bot. The old Spectrum special. You know, honestly, I think I'm gonna mostly just concede to bots today. I mostly want to get some games in for highlight content for the Highlights YouTube channel. And I really don't like to post highlights of playing against bots. They're just like not particularly good games. What are the other things, right? Like, I'm not sure if Snap's the game I want to continue with because their monetization changes mean that they're probably going to struggle a little bit more to get players, which means you're going to hit bots more often. And the bot games are just not as good. The core gameplay for Snap is a ton of fun, but if, like, you know, that's kind of the core problem of card games, right? Like, you need free-to-play players that want to play, so you have players for whales to play against. So it's going to be the real question is, are there free-to-play players that will exist to play even with their economy changes? I don't think most whales are going to stick around to play against bots. Just not a good enough experience, not interesting enough. Well, I don't think the economy was really a problem. I don't think the getting to pool 3 part was really the problem with the economy. We get to Moon Girl copy Devil Dinosaur here. The problem was that, like, once you were into pool 3 happened really slowly, and they did fix that. It's like they're playing a Patriot deck here. So we'll go ahead and Devil Dinosaur plus Electra kill a squirrel here. Well, I was going to Magic Limbo next turn because we generated magic off of Agent 13, which is why we played that into there. Our opponent is retreated, sure. Alright, I'm gonna grab some drink here. You're getting rolled by pull 3 decks. If you want a lukewarm take, I think the people that are complaining they're getting rolled by pull 3 decks, outside of Magic, I don't think most of the pull 3 cards are better than 1 and 2. You're probably just not playing well. Oh, BRB, 1 second. I think there were 2 problematic pull 3 cards going into this patch. They were Ghost Rider and Magic. And people haven't really started playing or leveraging Magic fully just yet. People are just now starting to get it. And Ghost Rider got appropriately nerfed. And we generated a Khazar to go with our Savage Lands, chat. That's just good RNG right there. Well, our ongoing effects get doubled here, which is pretty good for us. Yeah, I haven't made a video just yet about it because it's still fresh and people will complain and call me a shill or whatever, but the people complaining about I've seen people complaining about the collection track changes that they made recently, and all of the collection track changes that they made are actually incredibly good for free-to-play players. They're good for everybody, but they're good for free-to-play players too. Which is one of the things that, like, it's so hard to cut through the bullshit of who's an idiot and who's giving reasonable feedback with these types of things a lot of the time, because people complain about stuff like that. The cash is giving boosters is not a welcome change. Sure, but they replaced other things that were previously boosters with those caches. Like, they didn't just add in boosters. They added in variants, and you could argue the change in consistency is annoying, and that's a fair critique, but they didn't actually just make it worse, they made it different.
I am Iron Man.
The caches are a strict upgrade to what we had previously that feels slightly worse in some key situations. Is the reality of it. So I think we put Devil Dino here. I put Sentinel here, so we're winning mid. I'll slide this right, so we're theoretically winning all 3 of them, so they'll need to play here and here. Ongoing in the aisle. Yep. You're super right. Well, with that in mind, then, I have to Devil Dino this and slide this here, right? And then hope we win this. I played right, so we lose. This is kind of a coin flip situation. If they played middle and we played Sentinel middle, we lose here. If we played right and they played... Yeah, just gotta coin flip it. Yeah, the actual changes of the collection track were a huge net positive for everybody playing in the future. Alright, let's Agent 13 into the center, because ideally we want to drop a Devil Dino or something big in Atlantis. Maybe even White Queen could be big enough there. Specimen. Can't play 1 cost cards. They're always snuck in. A lot of bots, chat. A lot of bots. Is gonna be like all bots all the way down from here on out? I'm gonna drop White Queen into here. White Queen letting us know whatever their bomb's gonna be at the top end is also nice here. That's true. The bot density could definitely be a symptom of the fact that I am currently Infinity. It's definitely accurate. Moon Girl's gonna pump up our Collector a bunch next turn, so we win center super easy. Actually, we just go like Angela, Sentinel, Mantis now. I guess this only guarantees 2 bigger on here, but like we're winning here and then we're winning here also. I think that seems fine. Now Collector gets 4 bigger because they played into the Isle of Silence. How you telling you're facing a bot versus a human? The types of cosmetics the bots play. Also the types of decks they tend to play. People don't really play the Punisher, like just this combination of cards as a bot. Victory. The bots always have very blinged out cosmetics, which that'll be a harder metric to conclude on soon, but... Someone mentioned they gated how much credits you could purchase per day. Worth noting, you could purchase mission refills 3 times per day, which will give you more credits in turn. This is technically a slightly better ratio than purchasing credits in the shop, because you get 150 credits plus season pass experience for 120. Yes, there are also player icons you can't currently get that indicate there are bots. Sunspopular and Nightcrawler in this deck. There are a lot of cards that would be better than other things in this deck, but this deck is explicitly all cards that are Pool 1 and Pool 2 only cards. For the sake of showcasing that, you don't need Pool 3 cards to win. Although we're mostly playing against bots so far, so we're not really showcasing much of anything. Like this is what our 3rd bot in a row. I think my plan for today is we're gonna play enough Marvel Snap to finish all of my daily quest rerolls, and then we'll probably slide along to playing Pokemon Unite. Just because Monobots is kind of dry. Maybe that'll be my plan for Snap content in the short term. We'll do dailies every day on stream, and then that's it. Just to kind of keep up. So, we could double Iron Man here, but it doesn't even really accomplish anything. I think we just White Queen. See what they have. There's the Spectrum. And if we Iron Man here, I could like Moon Girl plus Elektra this next turn. Oh, I keep forgetting about Isle. See, Chad, I'm just a master. And the bot keeps, oh my god, they flipped up Death's Domain. That's fine. That's fine. It's just a bot. We're not making content here anyways.
Escaped.
Zek's actually probably a medium choice to be playing on the Isle featured game. That's fine. Eventually we'll remember. Part of it is I'm just like talking to chat while we're playing too. I'm gonna be honest, as soon as I realize it's a bot, I mostly check out of the actual match and I'm just like having a conversation with you all while we click cards. The animation length desperately needs to be increased. Alright, collector's cash chat, card or crap. I will say, from a psychological perspective, the collector's caches make me more excited to keep leveling up more often. When this could be something good, and then there could be something good 8 later, it feels bad. I mean, you feel bad when it's crap, because it's mostly crap, but the odds of there could be something in here, 25% chance to get a card, yeah. I believe I am 11 cards short of having everything currently, which feels bad considering I'm collection level 3,500. New players coming into the game will have a complete collection by collection level 3,000 or so. We found a human being. Let's play a real game, hopefully. We found a human being and they're gonna get the timeout error. Peak gaming. LOL. Oh, we got a live one? Alright, I will not play my Dino or my Iron Man here. No one drop is sad. I don't have a ton of one drops in this deck though anyways, right? Mostly just Agent and Nightcrawler. We finally found a real living, breathing person, and the TVA flips up. I can't believe there weren't retroactive rewards given to. It's a really, really awful decision on their part for sure. My plan for the short term for Snap is I'm enjoying the gameplay enough that I'm gonna continue playing it. So if people intend to, if there's metrics for people watching it, I'm gonna play it. Is my plan for the short term. Monster Isle. Okay, so do I want to try and compete in the flooding? I think I do. I think Devil Dinosaur gives me a good shot to win the flooding. I'm gonna play on into there, Devil Dinosaur. Is this game worth playing? I think it depends on what worth playing means to you. Yes, I've decided I am not going to go through the hassle of charging back my purchases. We're gonna let it ride out. Wouldn't be the first time I've spent $1,000 on a mobile card game that went defunct. Probably also won't be the last. Okay, let's White Queen into the Isle of Silence and get a feel for whatever their 6-drop is going to be at the top end. What elephant questions, Nerd? Yes, the Iron Man will not work in the Isle. going on, Jace? As a heads up, I always do magic first thing in the morning. So we start that about 9 a.m. Central, and we play till about 1 o'clock. Alright, so what's the most power I can get into the Isle of Silence? I get Ultron here for 7, and 1 more here. I could Angela into Sentinel here, which makes this 1 bigger, or 2 bigger. This would be +8 here. Is probably the best we could do. Yes, if you look on my Snap Highlights channel, you should look at the Quinjet deck. This is basically a Pool 1, Pool 2 version of the Quinjet deck. Hey, getting hosed by Limbo. Fun. Getting hosed by Limbo is my favorite thing, chat. It's my favorite experience. This is the most busted Pool 3 card, chat. Not close. Fully 20 over. Oh, we're gonna have more than 20 here, right? We're gonna go up 3 more, actually. So it'll be 24. We probably still win this. It's just annoying. Yeah, and honestly, this is another strength of Magic. Magic told my opponent they should concede. Magic didn't win them the game, but she saved them cubes. Isn't new. It's just one of the 10 cards left in the game I personally don't have. So we haven't showcased it, and most people aren't that far into Pool 3, so a lot of other people haven't opened it yet either. Agent to start here. Does our deck have enough cheap stuff to play Angela into the big house and push her up? Probably. It could also be right, just like kind of punt the big house and play into the right. I guess the big house has a 50% chance of getting destroyed here too. I'm gonna Angela into the big house because of Los Diablos. Even if Diablos doesn't blow this up, we have a decent shot to like draw Sentinels and stuff to pump this. Perfect. I think honestly I might just Electro this turn. They haven't played any 1-drops out yet. I'm just gonna use my resources. Just like we drew it up. Nightcrawler is actually a nice hit because we can play him into the Angela and then slide him off potentially, although we have 2 5s here. I'm gonna go ahead and Devil Dino into Lemuria. Ooh, debris filling my Angela. It's such a rough beat for us. So they snapped because they're going to win the Ruins now, I assume. Does Iron Man plus Sentinel plus Moon Girl win Los Diablos space? It probably does, right? That's 7. It'll be 18 total here. And then I'll have 18 here and 14, right? So they gotta put 5 more here, and then they gotta put 13 more here.
I am Iron Man.
Ha ha! They tried to Shang-Chi my dino, and they missed. Get out of here. Oh, they played a Nova, so they're setting up to Killmonger this turn. I think we still stay in. Am I getting magicked? They only played 1 card, right? And that doesn't win? It's gotta be magic, right? Uh-oh. Still doesn't win. Deal.
Victory.
There was a lot of complaining on the recent balance change video about people saying they don't have any good pool 1 or pool 2 decks left. People just are so lazy and don't want to work on things. I think there's probably 2 or 3 decent pool 1 and pool 2 decks, and we're going to work on finding them and showcasing them here for sure. This is the first one that came to mind. I think is very reasonable. Everybody I play against is gonna have pool 3 cards. We're real deep in. So way to play this game on PC. Yeah, I'm playing via Android. Or via Android emulator currently. It's supposed to have an actual PC client at some point, but not currently. Is Swarm a pool 1 card? Alright, chat. We will not play these cards into Isle of Silence. I am 11 cards off of a full collection. Yeah, BlueStacks, Sticky. I do all my mobile gaming on BlueStacks on PC. Think I'm playing this out. I might want to play Cable here actually into Kunlun. They are definitely a Patriot deck. We played against this person earlier. Let's White Queen here and see what's in their hand. Okay, so they have an Onslaught. Angela is actually not a terrible pickup here, because we could, like, Angela Bang Bang in the center. Put Archer in it again.
Victory.
Yeah, I don't know that this build of... I think the build of Patriot is... I'll have to put Swarm on my list of things to look into for pool 1, pool 2 decks then. I think Strong Guy Zoo is still good. This deck and Strong Guy Zoo are the first 2 I'm gonna feature for sure. All right, these are the last of our daily missions, chat. When we finish these, we're gonna swap over to some Pokemon Unite. Although maybe I also want to get some decks of this for the stream, so maybe we'll see. We'll see. I got two games that are highlightable currently. Looking for 5. Squirrel Girl. So the 2 Squirrel Girl decks in the format right now tend to be either the Death Pool deck or Patriot. These are all free, so we're just chilling for a while. Well, the Zoo deck doesn't have to just be a one-drop deck, right? Like, it can be a Nakia Empty Your Hand Strong Guy deck still, too. Also, like, Killmonger, a deck having a hard counter available to it doesn't mean that deck's not playable. It just means you need to learn to read when that hard counter is coming up, and then concede or retreat when it's happening, and make sure you take advantage of the games where it doesn't. It's like saying decks with big cards aren't playable because people got Shang-Chi in pool 1. It's just like, not how card games work. Alright, so they are definitely Death Pool with the Killmonger. I'll spread these out a little bit. Again, no reason to rush into playing these. I'm gonna wait before we commit my Devil Dinosaur, get a little bit more information. Alright, so they're gonna wave us next turn, almost assuredly. So I think it's time to fill the board up here.
Opponent snapped.
And I want to copy my Devil Dinosaur. Honestly, this might be a... We do this, and then this copies Deadpool and these. Yeah, I like this. Yes, you win the game if you have the most power in 2 of the 3 lanes by the end of 6 turns. Okay, so I'm gonna Devil Dinosaur, and then I'm gonna go Sentinel here. These power up my hand a little bit more, and then honestly, we're in a decent spot to potentially win any of these 3. And even if they wave us this turn, we'll be able to play 2 cards next turn because of the Elysium, which is nice. Huh. Iron Man lets me win the right extra hard, right? Just like do this into this. Call it a day. The monster has a 6 cost, so Electra does not kill it, no. And a decent spot to win all 3 here, I think. I have 7 cards in hand though too, so they have a lot of choices.
Oh, snap.
I'll snap them and stay in here. Let's do it. We're gonna be up by 7 here. We're gonna be up by 28, 16 here. In the center, this is gonna be 12, but we added 3, so we're gonna be up by a little bit here. They played a lot of cards out there. I forgot they had 2 demons.
Defeat.
2 demons and 2 death. Lost by a narrow margin here. Yeah, with some exceptions, Trudon. There's a number of cards that let you cheat on resources or get things into play for cheaper. Is Sentinel the most valuable cosmetic? It could be true. You can find a Quinjet variation of this deck up on my Hoaglandia Snap channel if you're wondering how to fit Quinjet and other pool 3 cards into this archetype. Great. Queued into another bot. That's a little location variance. We'll get rinsed off by that and we'll bounce out. Sometimes that's just how it be. For those that are new, some folks in chat asking questions, I haven't seen this game before. Decks are 12 card singleton, so the decks themselves tend to be pretty consistent. So the bulk of the variance in this game comes from playing around and through the locations that flip up. And sometimes there are just non-games like that where your deck can't play into the locations that flip up. And that happens in basically every deck in the game. However, which locations mean you can't play vary deck to deck. There are upwards of 30 locations, or 60 locations currently, sorry, misspoke. Alright, so our last slot here in Nineveh is probably going to be Electra. I'm going to have Mantis plus Sentinel here to start. Nice, they played a card there, so my Sentinel gets to hit. Mantis says, if my opponent played into the same location as her that turn, she draws a card off of their deck. So Moon Girl always doubles your hand from the left, which means that if I play her now, I only get a copy of Electra. I think I just played Double Dino out here. Well, Moon Girl on the last turn to set up our hand to be full. Oh, you know what, chat? I just realized, hey, thanks for the sub gift, Havoc. I just realized that I have a Moon Girl variant that we're not playing in this deck, and that's an incredible punt.
Iron Man.
So we will fix that after this. Okay, so if I Electra here, it's -9 for them and +6 for me, so we're gonna win center. And then we'll Moon Girl plus Nightcrawler here, which puts me up to 12 total here with the Iron Man. And my Dino over here is going to be a total of 12, so we'll have 7 cards in hand -2 from the Clintar. So we'll snap the bot back and farm some cubes. I think we just lost to their Enchantress, chat. Right? Yeah, because we're gonna lose the tiebreaker. We lose the tiebreaker by 1. Brutal. So if a location ties, the tiebreaker is total power. So they've got +4 here. I've only got +3 here. Got botted. See, if we'd have had the Moon Girl variant, chat, we'd have won that. We'd have been luckier. Listen, chat, some days you're the pigeon, other days you're the statue. I do like this change to the weekly missions, where You get them in fractions as opposed to it just being like all or none, and you can work up to it. And then being able to pay gold means if you miss some missions, you could like fill it in on a later day. Oh, I need to play 6 cross cards. I'll probably just do that one later off stream. Let's do these. Let's do these other 2. Extra energy this turn. Well, that's a wonderful. Wonderful, get to play Cable on 1. Devil Dino being the leftmost card in my hand with Moon Girl here means that Moon Girl on 4 can copy Devil Dino, and then I'll get to Dino on 4, 5, and 6 potentially. We also have Iron Man too, though. It could be a double Iron Man game also. Monster Isle. Iron Man's pretty good into Monster Isle. It gives us a 9 power to double. I'm gonna play Mantis and Workshop. I feel like they're more likely to play here. They might just have nothing this turn, though, too. Playing this card out is pretty free, though, because Moon Girl's gonna fill my hand anyways. So might as well. On turn 5, all cards must be played here. That's fine. That's fine. But it misjudged where we were playing into. I guess they thought I wouldn't want to play into their Monster Isle. Yeah, I'm gonna Moon Girl here, and then I think we'll probably Iron Man here next turn. Strong Guy into here. So he gets bigger if they empty their hand. Does Iron Man end up being more than Dino in this instance? It might not actually, right? So if I Dino, next turn I go up to a 7th card in hand, and then we'll play Dino plus Sentinel. Yeah, I think this might actually be better here. Okay, so my opponent, we want to think of my opponent as being at a virtual 9 higher here. Although Elektra changes that dynamic a whole heck of a lot. She can destroy the Ant-Man, which is super valuable. Also kills Squirrel Girl, but that effectively limits them on the ability to Ant-Man here. If I do something like this, this is going down to 10, so I only have a total of 15 here. And they kind of have 11. That's close. Where am I supposed to play the other one into? I think it's just here. I think we do this instead. That's close though. We could lose this. How big is this? Sweet, so we're good. And that was actually the best one of us to hit there too. And then Iron Man flips up here and we go to 30. Nice, clean game.
Victory.
Sentinel's almost to his next split. Alright, we need to win a location with 10 power or less. That might actually be tricky. This is one that's can be awkward to get, just kinda happens when it happens. All right. Well, that one is probably not going to be particularly useful. Yes, my entire deck, True Dawn, is this picture under my screen. That's it. That's the whole deck, those 12 cards. So, if I Moon Girl plus Nightcrawler, my hand will copy Destroyer, Iron Man, Sentinel, which double Iron Man sounds great. Nakia probably means we're losing Monster Metropolis, huh? Think I'm gonna go ahead and just play Iron Man into Elysium here and see what we draw. I could also leave the Iron Man a surprise and like White Queen plus Sentinel this turn. That means I don't draw a card from my deck next turn, but I kind of have enough stuff in my hand to win the game from here on out, I think, right? Okay, so they have just Swarm in their hands. So they're about to discard. They're about to play a bunch of cards that discard cards here. My estimation that we're losing Monster Metropolis by a lot is accurate. I think Marvel Snap's core gameplay loop is super enjoyable. I'd only play the game on stream here pretty consistently, but I play it a ton off stream too, chat. Maybe too much if you ask my wife. The core gameplay loop of Snap is excellent.
I am Iron Man.
Okay, so usually these decks play Chavez as their last card, right? If I Iron Man here, we win the Avengers compound, and then we like Swarm here to hedge this a little bit, and we play this here for tiebreakers, and then we hope that they play their Chavez into here, thinking they can beat me, and then double Iron Man quads us up there. They could also play mid, and then we get got, though. Wait, do we beat that? Because this is a 5, right? We're good? Yeah, sick. Okay. Nice. Narrow margin. I thought they'd play into here and just, like, try and lock this and this. But I guess they knew we had another Iron Man. The, copying their 5-power Swarm was very good there. Chavez was nerfed down to 9 in this most recent match. Even if Chavez hadn't been nerfed here and we tied, they're up 13 here and we're up 15 here. So we still would have won this even before the Chavez nerf. Worth noting. We're going to save Mantis for after we collect her, because she'll make him bigger. We'll play Nightcrawler out into an unknown one. Nightcrawler's a really good one to play into face-down locations, because if he ends up somewhere he shouldn't be, like the bar with no name, you can move him out, but he has the upside of getting into somewhere like Death's Domain before it flips up, which is nice. Reveal effects don't happen here, so Collector is fine into nowhere. play into the hub. That's where they're most likely to play, I think. Obviously, Mantis is kind of a coin flip here. They could play the Isle of Silence, too. She's definitely a higher variance card. There's Nakia. What if I go Sentinel into Beast, bounce these, pick them up for the Collector? That's kind of good, right? That gives us 6 power here. And then next turn, I could go Devil Dinosaur into Nightcrawler here, and then we could pull Nightcrawler out to send him somewhere else, too. We could also replay the 1 mana Sentinel as well. Nah, I don't think I need to reset the Angela. I think I'd rather do this on the right here. So we're probably losing here, but that's fine. I think I'm gonna Dino here, Nightcrawler here, and I'm gonna Sentinel into the Isle, I think, because I want to trigger Collector, and I want to keep my hand large for the Devil Dino. I guess there's a world where we Iron Man here next turn and keep it going, depending on how they play out. We are currently listening to the in-game music, yes. Moon Girl's a great pickup too here. It could just be Sentinel plus Moon Girl next turn too. Oh yeah, we don't want to Iron Man into Isle of Silence. See, chat, I was testing you and you passed. Good job. Shout out to everybody in chat who passed the test. Play Moon Girl there. We play this here for tiebreakers. Then we're planning to win left. We'll have a total of 14 power here. Moon Girl gets our hand to 7 cards. Then Angela goes to 9. They kind of got by a Shang-Chi, but here's what it is. I think Sand Shang-Chi we win here. They played 2 cards. We're definitely getting Shang-Chi'd. All of that weight. Oh, we're getting Infinite Ghost Rider? Okay, yeah, that'll do it too.
Defeat.
Wow, they got super lucky too. There were 4 cards in their hand and they hit Infinite off the blade. It's a sick beat for them. Sweet. Azumarill is on my list of things to play today for sure. I'm sure my last card is going to be Magic, because that's the card I wanted most before I even started Pull 3. That's the best card in the game.
This land can never be fully known.
I mean, I really hope they nerf Magic. I think Magic's design as is. That's just not great. All right, how about we Scarlet Witch into Electra your Nightcrawler here? I snapped too late. Must end turn too soon. X-Mansion could go either way here. Oh, baby. RNGesus, take the wheel. All right. That was kind of funny. RNGesus just took the wheel and drove the bus off the cliff, chat. How would I nerf her? I would change magic so she doesn't make limbo on turn 6. I think I would want her. I would restat her too. I would make her like Storm. I would make her a 3 mana, 2 power card that takes a turn to make the location she's making. Limbo's bustedness is largely related to the fact that you can get a surprise extra turn. I think Ghost Rider is fine. Play some Cosmo, play some Shang-Chi, learn to read which locations you should be giving up. Ghost Rider is definitely a powerful card, but I think its recent cost increase puts it to a pretty reasonable spot. Not gonna play Electron one hurt. This is a utility card we play in the later turns to tag a 1-drop in a key spot. The TVA. Yeah, this balance patch seems like the best format they've had so far. There isn't an obviously best deck that pushes all the rest of it out just yet. Which, I mean, them taking a couple of passes to get balance right makes a lot of sense. It's a very new style of game design. I'm not surprised that it took them a second. Yes, hopefully we'll win a location with 10 power or less and win and finish that up because of the TVA. That's true.
Time's up.
Oh, that's new. That's great. Wow, was that animation good? That was phenomenal. All right, I was gonna play to all 3 locations, so we're theoretically winning all 3, and they have to beat us at all 3. I actually, no joke, I just finished watching Loki last night. Am I still in favor of Nakia nerf? I'm not actually. I talked about this. If you missed it on my Snap Highlights channel, I did a patch review. I actually really liked that they nerfed Strong Guy instead of nerfing Nakia. I think that was a positive change. I liked that direction. Oh my god, Rocket Raccoon is so busted into this. Well, torched. Watch us lose all 3. We lost all 3.
Defeat.
We didn't even get to finish our missions yet. I disagree that Nakia is good in every deck. I've done a lot of deck building in this game, and most of my decks don't have Nakia in them. I would believe when your collection is severely limited and you only have pool 1 and pool 2 stuff, you're putting Nakia into a lot of stuff because your number of playable cards is limited. But pool 1 and pool 2 having powerful generic cards like Nakia is a good thing, not a bad thing. Yeah, also, like, look at this deck. There's no Nakia here. And this is a pool 1, pool 2 only deck, explicitly. I'm not playing Nakia. Pool 1 and Pool 2 references the order in which you get cards in Marvel Snap. So there's 3 pools of cards that you collect cards from as you go up the collection level. Pool 1 is the first set, Pool 2 is the second, and then Pool 3 is just this really big everything else. So they front load which cards you get, so everybody has access to certain payoffs and certain answers to metagame threats. Mantis missing when they have Angela here is real sad. White Queen here and see what we get out of them. Oh. Okay, so why I'm laughing for people that are new. Agatha Harkness here says she starts in your hand and she plays your cards for you. So my opponent is choosing to play that card. My White Queen copied the Agatha out of their hand. So when we copied their Agatha, she took over playing for us. That's why Mantis missed. Yeah. That's exactly right. That is why Mantis missed. Hey, we won a location with 10 power or less. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, chat. I'm going to answer our question here at the end of the video. The title for this stream was, should we still be playing Snap? And I am going to go with, and there will be some people that disagree with this, and you are welcome to not watch my Snap stuff or watch other things. I'm really enjoying Snap as a game. The Nexus events are way too expensive and kind of suck, but I could generally afford to whale inside of games, and I'm enjoying playing this one. And I'll probably whale and get some of the cards that I want and skip others, like the Valkyrie card coming in the next event. I don't think that card's very good, and I don't really think I'll make content with it, so I probably won't whale for that one. But like Jane, for example, was a sweet card. I bought her. I won't fault anybody that bounces out and doesn't want to watch it, but for the short term at least, I'm going to keep playing this game, and I'm going to keep making content. I'm going to keep updating that Snap Highlights channel with news about the game and deck highlights and other stuff. And if you're enjoying Snap, you know, I hope you'll hang out. And if you don't enjoy Snap, I'm going to be playing other things too. So we're actually going to wrap on Snap for today because the Pokemon Unite season just rolled over. So I'm going to switch over to that. My buddy Matt has today off, so I'm going to play some duos with him for a little bit. So if you enjoy Pokemon Unite, Glaceon released today as well.